Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, here for the Yankees pregame. As we mentioned previously, it is a Thursday day game. Not a huge fan of them, but that's okay. We're still here. It's 12 o'clock Eastern time. Hope everyone's enjoying their day so far. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Let's take attendance/roll call before we get into anything. We got Nate Talk Sports. We got KG Baseball. We got Martin. We got Joseph. We got Lori. We got Jesse Dominguez. Shout out to Stevie Bats, Yankee fan for life, Jonathan, Big Brain Borg, Bright, Danny, Not So Family Fun Vision, Jesus, Francis, Jordan, Leanna. Appreciate you all for stopping by. We have the final game of a 3-game set against the Royals today. You love to see it. It's the first game before the Yankees kind of head to Boston this weekend, try to get the job done over there and gain some ground in the division. Pretty solid day so far. Can't complain. I say we just jump right into things today. Listen, chat, as you guys know, the day games are a struggle for me. So let's throw some comments in the chat. I'll rely heavily on the chat today. Whatever question you guys have, whatever topics you want me to hit on, I will do that right after I go into the lineup. So make sure you put those in the comments. And also, as far as content goes today, after the game, we are going to be doing the Pat and Dan show. So directly after the game, it's not going to be like a typical post-game stream. It's going to be the Pat and Dan show stream. So definitely keep that in mind for after the game. But let's take a look at the Yankees lineup for this afternoon. DJ LeMahieu is leading it off in the one hole, playing third. Judge is in the 2-hole. Sanchez batting 3. Stanton in the cleanup spot. Voit 5. Odor 6. Frazier 7. Gardner 8. Wade 9. With Jameson Town on the mound. I'm going to be honest. The lineup's all right. I like to see Clinton there. However, I'm not a big fan of Odor still in the lineup. I know he had a big home run last night. I'm still not banking on him too much. And also having Gardner in there is a little bit rough as well. There's something that was very telling that Aaron Boone said today. And I want to see if I could pull up the exact tweet that I was reading before as in regards to the Yankees' current outfield situation. It was something along the lines of, for some reason, Twitter doesn't want to load. Like, the one time I actually need Twitter to load, it's not going to. I don't understand. All right, looks like we're pulling it up on my computer. So, basically, what Aaron Boone said was, in regards to starting Clint over Andujar, he said, "It's been a tough call for me every day, frankly. Miggy's earned opportunities, too, and it's probably going to continue to be a day-by-day thing. But here's my thing. Why can't you just start both of them and bench Brett Gardner? Like, why is that not an option? I don't understand. I would much rather see, like, Andujar and Clint in this lineup than Clint and Gardner. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I'm happy to see Wade in there, I guess. Give Glaber a day off, a much-needed day off. He's definitely been struggling at the plate. He looks completely lost, honestly. But, yeah, Tyone on the mound, not too confident in that either. But I guess we'll see. Let's switch back to the main frame here. Once again, any questions, comments, concerns, topics you guys want me to touch on, make sure you throw those in the chat. I see someone said, are you going to do the All-Star voting since you said you were going to do it today? Is it still open? Speaking of the All-Star game, have you guys seen the All-Star game jerseys? Have you guys seen the All-Star game jerseys, yes or no? I saw them. They're absolutely disgusting. They are shameful. I've never seen worse jerseys for an All-Star game. I think what they did was they kind of I think they reused the ones that they already designed for the Braves when they were going to do the All-Star game in Atlanta, because it really has no Rocky theme to it. It's really weird. I'll pull them up because I see a lot of you guys haven't seen them. Let me get a picture. I saw it on Twitter literally all day today. So weird. Like, they're actually hideous. Let's switch back over here. In the meantime, you guys can appreciate Brad Keller. We went through this yesterday. This is the guy who the Yankees are facing today. Listen, looking at his face, he's probably going to throw a complete game shutout against us, just because that's how the Yankees usually work. But All-Star game jerseys. All right, what are you guys thinking about these? Rank them. Rank them on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being beautiful. What do you guys think they are? Because personally, I'm looking at them, they're like a 4 or 5. Just, it's not an ideal situation. I was hoping for a nice purple or a nice black. Black with purple trim or something. This has nothing to do with the Rockies here. It really doesn't. The only thing is the purple star in the hat. Kind of cool, I guess. I'm not a big fan. I see, Not So Family Fun Vision likes them, 7. I see 4.5, 0, 7. Oh, God, that's a -5. It's blah, so 5. Yeah, I mean, they're blah. They're nothing too special. I'm kind of, when it comes to the All-Star game, I like how the players just wear, their team jerseys during the game anyway. These are, the All-Star game jerseys, I think a lot of people don't really know this, but the All-Star game jerseys aren't worn during the actual All-Star game. Why don't I saw so many people complaining on Twitter oh, we need to go back to the days when players wear their own jerseys. They do, bro. They literally do wear their own jerseys during the actual game itself. So I don't know. But speaking of the Yankees today, like I mentioned, Jameson Taillon is on the mound. He's coming off a decent start against the Athletics, if that's what you want to call it. A huge rebound from the previous one before that, when he gave up 4 earned runs against the Phillies, just recorded 1 out. But June 18th against the A's, he went 4 2/3, only give up 2 earned runs. Jameson Taillon he isn't that guy, right? You guys know that meme, oh, you're not that guy, pal. I want to say that to Jameson Taillon just because he's only gone, I think, over 6 innings once so far this season. He never gives the Yankees any length. He's the definition of inconsistency, especially with the Royals offense and how they've kind of hit the Yankees pretty well so far this series, just because they're scrappy. I don't have faith in Taillon today. I really don't. And it sucks to say that, but it's kind of true. I really don't have any faith in Taillon. I don't think that's kind of a ridiculous argument to say at this point. Going into the year, obviously, we all had such high expectations when it came to Jameson Taillon. But now we're kind of looking at him, and it's what do you expect from him on a daily basis? Nothing. You expect 5 innings max, 2 earned runs, the minimum, bro. There's no chance Jameson Taillon comes out today and pitches more than 5 innings and gives up less than 2 runs. There's no way you could bank on that. But let's see what else we got on the chat. Not So Family Fun Vision says, Judges has lost at the plate. Okay. Well, oh, man. Okay, guys. What are we doing? Ruben says, Judge for now needs to be the starting center fielder. I agree with you. 1,000%, bro. 1,000%. I love Judge in center field. I think that they should give him some more time in center field until they do find that permanent replacement out there, right? And right now, Brett Gardner's just not that solution. We talk about this every single day. I'm actually tired of talking about it, but it seems like no matter what, they still want to play him out there. I would love to even see Clint Frazier get some opportunities in center field, right? Put Clint in center, put Andujar in left, and then put in Brett Gardner in as a defensive replacement for Miguel Andujar as the time goes on. But, yeah, let's see. Big Brain Borg says that All-Star Game jerseys are absolute garbage. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. Ruben says, I will say I was right to have bigger expectations for Kluber than Tyone. Unfortunately, Kluber got hurt after the no-hitter. Yeah, I mean, personally, I had higher expectations for Tyone than Kluber. I guess I was completely wrong about that. I said by the end of the season, I thought Tyone was going to be the Yankees' solidified number 2. Clearly, that's not going to be the case unless Tyone really decides to light it up down the stretch. There's no way he's finishing the season as the Yankees' number 2. He's lucky if he finishes this season in the rotation at all, to be honest with you. But Jonathan says, I agree, Pat. I'm nauseous just thinking about Tyone pitching. Listen, on the bright side, at least we don't have to see Tyone face Boston in Fenway, right? I guarantee you guys, if the Yankees threw Jameson Tyone on the mound against Boston at Fenway, he would have given up 5 earned runs in the first inning. I can guarantee you that. Let's see. Matt says, Pat, I got slapped by a Karen today. It's too early for this, guys. What? What do you mean? Why? How? Jonathan says, I actually think Tyone at home against the Royals could be okay. He just has to allow less than Keller. That's my thing. I really don't think Brad Keller is going to do too well, especially if you kind of look at his numbers as well. He's been actually worse than Jameson Tyone so far this season. I know I didn't think it was possible either, but if there's one guy who's having a more disappointing season than Tyone, it's got to be Brad Keller. Let me see if I can pull up his numbers real quick for you guys, just because they're pretty bad. So in 15 starts so far this season, he has a 6.34 ERA. He's given up 50 earned runs in 71 innings. If we kind of look at his most recent starts, his most recent start was against the Red Sox on June 19th. Only went 5 innings, gave up 5 earned runs. He's allowed 5 runs or more in his last 3 starts. Chat. I'll repeat this once again. Keep this in mind. Brad Keller, the pitcher for the Kansas City Royals today, has allowed 5 or more runs in each of his last 3 starts. If the Yankees make him look like Cy Young, I'm going to be livid. The Pat and Dan show will turn into the Pat Rant show, because I will be disgusted not only with the New York Yankees, not only with myself, but for everyone in society, because Brad Keller cannot dominate the Yankees today, bro. It just can't happen. I'll repeat it again. 5 or more runs in each of his last 3 starts. I can't talk. It's too early. My neighbors are probably so confused. They were less than 12 hours ago, this kid was screaming, and now he's screaming again for no reason. We thought we were kind of safe in the morning/afternoon. Never safe. Never safe. Let's see what else we got. Joseph says, Pat, I have a job interview tomorrow and I'm nervous. Let me give you some advice here. As far as job interviews go, do not be nervous. Being nervous is probably the worst thing that could possibly happen. I think you just need to go into it kind of just with the mentality that they need you, you don't need them. I think that's the exact, even if you don't truly believe that, I think that's the mentality you have to go in with. Make them kind of just understand your value. Show personality. Personality means everything. That's I'll say that right now. If you walk into a job all right, this is off topic, but I think it's important advice. If you walk into a job interview with a great resume, right, but you have the most bland, boring personality that they've ever seen and they can't even hold a conversation with you, they don't care what your credentials are. If you go in there with a bright personality, you light up the room, and you win over the interviewer just with kind of your personality, you'll get the job. So just go in there with a big smile on your face and make your name known. Make them remember you. But yeah, life advice with Patrick, I guess. Daryl says, I saw Nestor Cortez warming up right now. I can almost guarantee you guys that we will see Nestor Cortez at some point today. For sure. Only because, listen, Jameson Tyone, like I said, is guaranteed to just not go more than 5. Guaranteed. If he does, I'll be in complete shock. I'll be happy. But yeah. Let's see. Henry says, Miggy has a low on-base percentage and no power, and he plays a power hitting position. Listen, I know Miggy hasn't been too good lately, but genuinely, I don't know. I still have faith in Miggy. I think he's obviously just a good hitter. I don't really trust his defense too much, but it's kind of weird because now it seems like the the Yankees have given up on Andujar, and Clint is the guy for them now. It's weird. The Yankees fluctuate so much. It's so weird that I don't know how they're expecting these guys to get, like, comfortable at the plate if they're not getting consistent at-bats. Like, all of a sudden, Miguel Andujar is benched. I have no idea. But Danny says, hey, Pat, I have a 10U All-Star game today, and the way the tournament works, my team can go district, state, region, and national, so can you wish me good luck? Bro, Danny, good luck to you. I hope you win the All-Star game today. I hope you win the district, the state, the region, the national. Hope you win every single game that you play. You're a champ. You're a champ, Danny. Let's see. Yankee Fan for Life says, why are you screaming? I'm barely awake. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I don't even know why I ranted. I really don't know why I ranted before. What was I ranting about? I don't know. Jameson Tyone, maybe? Sometimes I just rant without even knowing why. I'm sorry. But, yeah, these day pre-games are supposed to be chill. Very chill vibes. Very chill vibes. Jonathan says, we need a blowout win today. Got to score 10+. Hopefully Tyone doesn't give up more than 3 runs. Boone should have someone start warming up in the 4th. Listen, if Nestor Cortez Jr. is that guy that's warming up, I'm fairly confident. It's actually pretty funny how we went from, like, looking at Nestor Cortez as, like, a meme to now he's, like, one of the most solid arms in the Yankees bullpen. I trust him in a long relief situation for sure. Shout out to Nestor Cortez Jr., bro. Damian says, yo, Pat, I'm on my lunch break, but I made it better late than never. Let's go Yankees, hashtag Unhinged. Appreciate you, Damian. Thank you for stopping by. I know a lot of people do have a lot going on. It's not easy to make it for these day pre-games, especially during the weekdays. I know a lot of people have work, school, etc., so I appreciate you all for stopping by. Freddie says, finally an 8 p.m. start for me, my time here. Let's go get a blowout win for once against this team. Yes, 1 billion%. If the Yankees have a blowout win today, that would be the ideal situation. I just honestly don't want to, like, have to deal with the nonsense of another close game. I can't. I genuinely can't. But yeah, last night took a toll on me. Not even, like, last night's game, but also, like, the post-game last night. Brutal. Bro. Damn. I don't think we wrapped up the post-game last night until, like, 12. We went a while. Let's see. Yeah, oh, yes, Jonathan said 5 earned runs for Keller in his last 3 starts was the rant. Yeah, that's right. Oh, man. Henry says, I'm a supervisor and I like self-starters. Self-starters, yes. Ruben says, I'm a supervisor. What I look for is someone who is confident with good energy and willing to learn. That values being on time and hold themselves responsible. 100%. I agree, bro. Those are keys. I think a lot of people tend to forget how much just your character and confidence determines whether or not you land a job compared to, like, the credentials that are on the piece of paper that you hand into them, right? A lot of people don't realize that. But Freddie says, rather have Miggy out there in left field. He's due for a blast. I agree. Maybe we'll see Miggy pinch hit at some point. I doubt it, though, because the Yankees don't really value his defense, and there's not going to really be a value in pinch hitting him late in the game because they're going to have to play him in the field. So, I don't know. Yankee Fan for Life says, you compared Nestor Cortez to Wandy Peralta when Peralta got traded here. And I was wrong. I don't really remember comparing them, but it seems like something I would say. And I was wrong. I was definitely wrong in saying that. Nestor Cortez wasn't really good with the Yankees in 2019. I mean, he got the job done, but I mean, he wasn't, like, fantastic. But he's definitely performed way beyond expectations so far this year. And Wandy Peralta, trash. I mean, I knew he was going to be trash right when he came over. I don't care about all those advanced metrics that predicted he was going to be like a diamond in the rough. He was going to be so good. Wandy Peralta's not good. Okay, he sucks. I'm not going to go on a rant right now, but Wandy Peralta's trash. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, Henry says, I was joking. I'm not a supervisor. I don't like management lingo. Oh. Okay, then. All right. Daryl says, Yankees will call up Park and Ambergate to the Yankees, but for 2022 spring training. Probably so. Yeah. Honestly, bro, I think Park's 25. I think Ambergate's 26. At what point do we see these guys in the Bronx? When they're 30? I'm just so tired of the Yankees kind of like squandering these guys' minor league careers. It sucks in the sense of I just want to see them get an opportunity, right? I want to see Hoy-Jun Park get an opportunity in the Bronx to just show what he's capable of. And I just don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. If there's any Duke guys that deserve to be called up, it's Park and Ambergy. They're absolutely raking in AAA. I believe both of them are batting like over 350, putting up stupid numbers. I'm pretty sure Park has like a plus 500 on base percentage. In any other organization, these guys would be in the major leagues right now, but clearly not for the Yankees. Clearly not for the Yankees. Joseph says a blowout will be huge. It will give them confidence. I agree. And I'm hoping if they do have a blowout, that Tyone just doesn't like hand the Royals a blowout as well. The Yankees need to rip Brad Keller apart. They have so much momentum coming off that walk-off last night. I'd like to think so anyway. And I don't know. Once I make my score predictions, you guys are going to notice I'm predicting a very high-scoring game for the Yankees today. Dirtbike Nation says, are you going to get Ambergy on the show again at some point? You know, that's actually funny because I was actually looking into when the AAA All-Star game is because I wanted to see if I could maybe get him on then, kind of like for a mid-season, wrap-up, mid-season wind-up. I don't know. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But I don't know when that is currently. I don't know if they've announced it. But, yeah, at some point we're definitely going to get Ambergy back on just so we could kind of discuss the season. Awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. Let's see what else we got. Sam says, Pat, could you see Andujar being the everyday DH if Stanton can play left? No, only because if Stanton does play left, I can't really see him being the everyday left fielder. I think if Stanton does play left field, it'll be like a once a week kind of thing, once every other week kind of thing. He's definitely not going to become the everyday left fielder. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Jonathan says, perfect scenario for today. Yanks jump out to a big lead, 3+ runs. We get 5 decent innings from Tyone, Sessa, and Nestor Cortez split the last 4 innings. Game over. 100%. If the Yankees could score 5 off Brad Keller, I think that would be a very ideal situation. If you score 5 off Keller, Tyone gives up 2, and then the Yankees kind of pound on the Royals bullpen a little bit, even though they haven't so far this series. I'll take it. Daryl says, at these prospect pace of upcalling, we'll see Jason Dominguez by 2035. Basically, yeah. It is what it is. Sal says, Judge better step it up before our series with Boston. We're going to need him in full form. I mention this so often, right? It's so weird how we never see, like, the big 3 hot at the same time. Any 2 of them hot at the same time. Either way. We never see, like, Judge and Stanton hot, or Judge and Gary hot, or Stanton and Gary hot, or Gary and Judge hot. You never see, like, 2 of them hot at the same time. Right now, it's Gary's turn. Earlier in the season, it was Stanton. Stanton was red hot. Judge wasn't really hitting too well. And then when Stanton got hurt, Judge was hitting very well. Gary wasn't too hot. I don't understand why they take turns. Why can't they just be hot at the same time? Because imagine if these guys were actually hot at the same time, like how this Yankees lineup would look. It would be ridiculous. But, you can't always get what you ask for. Ruben says, I want Judge in center field, Stanton in right field. Left field is too much ground for Stanton at the moment. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I doubt we're going to see Stanton in right field. He played a pretty solid right field in 2018, though, when Judge was hurt. I'll give him that. But Stanton's a natural right fielder, I believe. So I don't know. Maybe you do try Judge in center field and then Stanton in right. I don't know. They have some things to work with. They definitely do. Right field could be a better starting point for Giancarlo Stanton for sure. Yankee Fan for Life says, if we had a ground ball pitcher, you put Stanton in left field because he wouldn't move that much. Yeah, but unfortunately with Tyone, guys just launch balls off of him. So Stanton in the outfield probably wouldn't be an ideal situation. Sal says, how do you feel about no Torres in the lineup? I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it whatsoever. Gleyber Torres has struggled significantly as of late. I want to see if I could pull up his numbers to kind of look at his most recent couple of games here. Because I'm pretty sure he's struggled now for almost the entirety of June. Let's see. So, where's his numbers for June? All right, so in the month of June, Gleyber Torres has a 303 slugging percentage, 303 on base, giving him a 606 OPS. He has a 73 weighted runs created plus. That's just not good. He's a way below league average hitter at this point. I don't understand how, though, because it seems like the month of May, Gleyber Torres was unstoppable. Do you guys remember this? Like, The month of May, Gleyber Torres was one of the Yankees' best hitters. Like, we were like, wow, he completely turned it around from April. And now, I think looking at his numbers, he's worse than he was in April. Which is so weird, bro. He has a 23 K percentage. He's striking out 1 out of every 4 at-bats, bro. That's not Gleyber Torres. I don't know what the deal is with him. Maybe bring back the glasses. Hashtag Gleyber glasses in the chat. I have no idea. Jonathan says 20-game win streak if they get hot at the same time. Very true. Very, very true. Let's see. He's been struggling since last year. Hello. True. Gleyber Torres struggled last year as well. He's been struggling since the end of 2019, honestly. So, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's very fair to be concerned about Gleyber Torres because we said, like, if Gleyber Torres isn't going to be like that power hitter that we saw in 2019, which he's obviously not, right? He's not going to be a 40 home run guy. But if he could bat like 280 to 300 and give the Yankees like 15 home runs, we'll take that. But the thing is, we're not even seeing him be a contact hitter right now. And I think that's the biggest concern because we either want the power or the contact from Gleyber, and right now we're getting neither. It's a shame. Jonathan says, in my opinion, Gleyber's not seeing very well and probably does need glasses. But I don't understand why sometimes he uses them and sometimes he doesn't. Clearly he needs them. So I actually went to the eye doctor a couple weeks ago. I don't need glasses. Big flex. Big flex. I think I have 20/20 vision, to be honest. Hot take, Gary Sanchez grand slam today, says Jesse Dominguez. You know what? With that being said, let's take a look at the Yankees lineup. Let's make some home run predictions, chat. Let's get the All-Star jerseys off the screen. Chat, let's make some home run predictions. Who do you guys think is going yard today? I'm going with the typical. I think Judge goes yard today against Brad Keller. I know Judge hasn't been good lately, but we have to pick him to go yard every single day. It's just kind of a given that we have to do that. Also, I guess I have Gary going yard. I do have Gary going yard. Gary's just red hot. I don't know how anybody could predict that Gary Sanchez doesn't go yard today. So I'm going to go Judge, Gary, and I'm going to say Odor. I don't know why. I think Odor is going to be red hot coming off his night last night. I think that he has some sort of momentum in his heart right now. So I'm going to go Judge, Sanchez, Odor. I don't know. Let's see what you guys think. I see Joseph says Odor and Judge. Jordan says Gary. Lori says Frazier. I like lots of Fraziers in the chat. I like that. I see lots of Voits too. I see Gary, Odor. Joseph is with me on the Odor train here. Yeah. Odor bought himself a 1-week coupon from me for not getting hated. So yeah, shout out to Rougned Odor for that big home run last night. So yeah, looks like everyone's kind of on board. Gary, Odor, Judge, pretty fair. But with that being said, chat, let's make some predictions about Jameson Taillon today. How do we think Taillon's gonna do? Give me a predicted stat line for Jameson Taillon. Because personally, I have like a typical Taillon start. I have him going 5 innings, probably about 3 earned runs. How many Ks? Maybe like 5. Probably like an ideal start. If he could go 5 and only give up 3 earned runs, I'll take that. Just hand the ball to Cortez. Hopefully Cortez pitches well today again, and the Yankees can kind of just guide themselves to victory with that. But if Taillon has like another one of those clunkers where he gives up like 4 earned runs in the first inning and can't even get out of it, I think he might see himself out of the rotation. No joke. If Taillon has another one of those really bad clunkers, I can't see how the Yankees start him again. I really can't. Let's see what you guys think. Jesse says Taillon will go 5 innings. I see 4 runs, 8 hits, 5 innings. 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 3.2 innings. 3 and 4 earned runs, 3 runs, 4 innings, 5 Ks. Yankee Fan for Life has him only pitching 1 out, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 1 K. That's not ideal. That would be like the type of start where he would get bounced from the rotation for sure. And then Trey says, who would you start over him? Guys, hear me out. I might try to go the opener route. If Taillon struggles again, I might try to go the opener route for him. I would kind of utilize a guy like, I don't know, like a Nestor Cortez Jr., have him go like the first 2 innings, and then maybe have Taillon go like 3 out of the bullpen. I don't know. It would be something to experiment with, especially if he struggles today. I guess we'll see. THG says, I'm predicting a wandering Waldy entrance, sadly. If Wandy Peralta pitches today in a close game, you guys are going to see me fight. You guys are going to see like this fist go through my screen because I will be sick to my stomach. We cannot see Wandy Peralta in any more close games. We just can't. But Brian says, Nestor Cortez comes in the second, and can we go back to Judge playing center and get Andujar in the lineup? Bro, you're preaching to the choir, Brian. You're preaching to the choir. I've been saying this for so long. Put Judge in center, put Andujar in left, and put Clinton right. But the Yankees want to start Gardner every day, and that's just their prerogative, so I don't know. But, chat, final score predictions. What are we guys thinking for the final score? Do you guys think the Yankees are going to win? Are we going to take 2 out of 3? Are we going to lose today? And are we going to lose the series? This game determines the series against Unhinged KC. Are we going to beat them or are we going to lose to them? Personally, I think the Yankees have a fairly blowout victory. I think they win by a score of 9-3. I think the Yankees win 9-3 today. I think the offense kind of comes alive. Like I said, Brad Keller, in each of his last 3 starts, he's given up 5 or more runs. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, especially in Yankee Stadium on a day game. I think it's pretty nice out today. I haven't been outside yet, but hopefully they could find a way to get the job done against him. I don't see why they wouldn't. I really can't see why they wouldn't. Also, shout out to Ruben Cruz with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Ruben. You're the man. He says, last note, Gleyber needs to hit for a ton of doubles with a high average, and if he cannot even 20 home runs anymore, slugging percentage is all about extra base hits. Bang, bang, bang. Give me those Brian Ferry guns. Appreciate you, Ruben. You're the man. I agree. Gleyber Torres needs to kind of change his approach at the plate. I don't know if he's just trying too hard at this point. It kind of seems like he is, and that's kind of why we're seeing such a low kind of everything. We're seeing low numbers all across the board for him, right? It's not even just slugging percentage. His batting average is down. His weighted runs created plus is down. It's just brutal. All over the board. So I don't know. Gleyber just kind of, maybe he needs to simplify his approach. I don't know. Work with Marcus Thames. We'll see. But let's see what you guys think the final score is going to be. Spade says 36-10. Matty T says 7-4 Yanks. I see 6-3 Yanks, 10-0 Yanks, 8-4, 13-0 says KG Baseball. Danny says 133-29 Royals. Okay. Matt says, Pat, what about Devi? Devi has been struggling significantly in AAA, so I don't know if he's really lined himself up for a major league call-up at this point. I'm going to see if I could pull up his numbers real quick for you here, just so we could kind of get a grip on his AAA stats. So far in, how many starts has he made? He's made 8 starts in AAA. He has a 7.81 ERA. He's given up 24 earned runs in 27 2/3 innings. That's probably why I haven't really mentioned Devi Garcia too much. He has not been good whatsoever, and I know his walks have been way up there too. In 27 innings, he's given up 23 walks. Yikes. Matt says, I believe that's 200,009 to 1 Yanks. Yeah. Cool. Johnny says, this is exactly what I was telling everyone. I was not buying any Devi stock. His velo is down and his spin rates were down across the board. Bro, Devi's spin rates were down even with the sticky stuff not being bad. Maybe Devi could have used some sticky stuff. I don't know. Sal says, before you go, 3 perfect players the Yankees could get and who they would have to get rid of for the players. Oh, wow. 3 perfect players the Yankees could get. So we'll go with the starter. I'm going to say Max Scherzer. I think that he's kind of the definition of what the Yankees could use in the rotation right now. He would be that solidified number 2 behind Cole. I think he has the mentality that would make it in New York. I think he has that grind, that grit, that toughness that the Yankees need. So I'd make that deal for Scherzer. Who they would have to give up, I'd probably say you package that deal around Schmidt and Clint. I think Schmidt and Clint would be those 2 guys. And then also, I'd make a deal for Ketel Marte. That would be the ideal outfielder that I would get. I can't really think of a third guy right now. But in order to get Marte, you'd probably have to give up Clint as well. Probably so. But Yankee Fan for Life says Scherzer won't get traded, though. You never know. Yeah, it's unlikely that the Yankees would trade for Max Scherzer. It's unlikely that he'd get traded at all. But we'll see. And yeah, I know Marte's injured, but I don't think it's that serious of an injury. He'll probably be healthy within the next month. Like by the time the trade deadline comes, he'll be healthy. I know a lot of you guys saying he's hurt. I know. I'm not saying the Yankees are going to make this trade tomorrow. I'm looking like towards next month, towards the trade deadline. Jinx says gonna have to give up Gleyber for Mad Max. No, I doubt it. Simply because Max is a free agent at the end of the season. So if Scherzer had a little bit more time left on his deal, it would make sense, I guess. But you're not going to have to give up Glaber for Max Scherzer at this point. At least I don't think so. Brian says Glaber is tanking, so we can trade him, and sends us into the 2022 free agency in gridlock confusion with all these replacements available. It's so confusing because in the month of May, kind of like when I just mentioned Glaber's numbers, it got to the point where I was like, all right, like the Yankees have their solution at shortstop in Gleyber Torres, right? He's kind of proved himself. His defense has improved. His offense has improved. But now in the month of June, we're looking at like a guy who was worse than April Gleyber Torres, a guy that was worse than any Gleyber Torres we saw in 2020. So I don't know. It's just weird. THG says, I know that this isn't going to happen, but I would literally throw all of the banks in Luxembourg and Liechtenstein and Switzerland for Max and Seeker in the offseason. Bro, I'd love Max and Seeker. I'd love it. I don't know. Shout out to Ruben Cruz with a $2 dono. Give me those Brian Fairing guns. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate you, Ruben. He says, read my last 2 comments. Thanks. Let me see. He says, problem with Devi is he's no longer touching 97 and doesn't keep the ball on the ground. That's true. Devi's velocity has definitely fallen off a little bit, but then again, I don't know if Devi's velocity has ever been something that he's been highly touted about, right? We saw glimpses of his velocity in the offseason, and glimpses when he came up as well, that he could touch like 97, but he just isn't anymore, and that's a serious problem, and that's kind of why he's been struggling so much. I don't know. He's still young. Devi Garcia is still very young. He could definitely turn things around. He could definitely pick up his velocity. I believe he's only, 21, 22? He's 22. Yeah, so he definitely has some time. You guys know the Yankees don't like calling up prospects until they're like 26 anyway. So he has some time to work on things. And then Ruben also said Luis Medina gives me Luis Severino vibes if he can lower the walks. Yeah, Luis Medina is definitely an arm in the Yankees farm system that is promising, for sure. I think he's kind of touted as being the guy with the best stuff in the entire system. So if he could kind of just figure out a way to work on his control situation, because I know the walks have been an issue for Luis Medina, for sure. But if he can kind of work on that, I think he could be a dominant arm, not only in the bullpen, but if he could kind of work on his pitch selection as well, he could be a solid starter for the Yankees. But yeah, with that being said, chat, I'm pretty sure that's going to wrap things up for today's pregame. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Like I said, the Pat and Dan show will be live directly after the game in place of the postgame. You guys know the deal. Shout out to the Bronx Zoom. Awesome book about the Yankees 2020 season. First link in the description if you guys want to purchase it. You could use code Unhinged30 for 30% off. And also, if you guys do, be sure to send me your order confirmation, and I'll hook you guys up with a 30% off code for unhingedclothing.shop. But also check out all the other links in the description. Join the Discord, fun group chat with a bunch of Yankee fans, unhingedclothing.shop for merchandise, and Newsbreak for exclusive content. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. I will be live after the game with the Pat and Dan show. Should be fun. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Let's go, Yankees. Hopefully they win the series today. Peace.
Balloon Beat.